everyone, and welcome to the Divine Diva, where in this episode my guest is Krista. So welcome, Krista.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you, and I would love for you to introduce yourself to everyone that's watching.
Okay, so let's just say how much this. Let me figure this out. No, I was going to say let me figure this out. So my name is Krista Ford. I am a professional athlete and have been for the last 41 years of my life, and still competing in my sport of powerlifting, weightlifting. So I'm one of the strongest women in the world, but that comes with a gift from God. Well, let's just say that. Second, I am a new author of my memoir that just came out last year in October. It is a self-help spiritual memoir, and it's really all talking about us and humans and purpose and God, and that's all about all of that. And
Yeah.
then I'm also a pioneer in the sports world. I was in another sport called bobsledding, and I was the first Black female to ever do that sport. So I've got pioneer on there, and then motivational speaker, as well as I'm just trying to get the message out here on how to live the magic of life
Mhm.
in whatever which way you want to do that. This is how I've chosen to do it, as well as just getting a positive message out here of hope and understanding about life and our lives and how we do this, basically. Yeah,
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 and I thank you for doing that. It's needed.
yeah. Very much so nowadays. Yes.
Yeah, and I would
Yeah.
love to know, like in your view, what qualities does a divine diva have?
Wow. What's funny? I've never even considered myself a diva,
Yeah.
but I guess now that we're going to put a title on it, I would define it as someone who stands out above and beyond, especially a female, of any genre in your life. I would say one that um, I'm not going to say demands perfection, but they're perfectionists in some way, where they really, um, divas are one that set their mind and they're focused on something and they get it. Point
Mm,
blank, pretty simple to me. And
yeah.
they doing extraordinary things that ordinary people, quote unquote, would not even attempt to try.
Mm,
And then once they accomplish it, I would say a diva is somebody who masters it, whatever it is, and then puts it back out into the world,
right.
I would think, in the most positive manner to get the message out here. If I can do it, you can do it too,
Mm,
in that sense. Or whatever genre that may be in your
right.
life. And I just think that, and a diva would also, I would describe as being somebody who can be very humbling. Because
Hmm.
when you hear the word diva, you hear of kind of bougie people that are just like all that in a bag of chips and
Right.
Queen Sheba kind of thing. I don't think that has to be the title for a lot of divas. And
Hmm.
I believe that there's divas that are very quiet
Hmm.
in their journey, but whatever they're doing is impactful in a very quiet way, but a more powerful way too, as well.
It's really someone who owns her gifts and then shares that with the world.
I totally agree. Totally
Mm,
agree. And don't squander the gift. A
exactly.
diva is
Yeah.
definitely one that will not squander the gift. Get the
Mm,
gift, go with it. Because if you
yeah.
don't, it can be taken away from you. So this
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would love to know, what has your journey to, well, finding your true self and your divinity, what does that look like?
Just for me, my experience,
Mm,
it's just been God driven from day one.
right.
It's been my journey all along. It's looked like my visions are coming true. It looks like a lot of prayers are being met.
Mhm.
And for me, I just put it out here in the universe and God and said, I want this, God. And He's saying to me, basically, well, what are you going to do to get this? And how we're
Right.
going to do this together. And so far, my obedience and my commitment and my submitting myself to being obedient has gotten me where I'm at. to the
Mm-hmm.
day. So I would say for me, it looks like me just doing a lot of praying, a lot all day long, every day. And even when I go through all the trials and tribulations of this journey, it's the faith that keeps me going in the right direction. For
Mm.
me, this is me talking, like everybody's not the same, but
Yeah.
that's what it looks like for me.
Because for you,
Wow.
your life is like prayer in motion.
Always.
Mm.
Always, yes, exactly. And without that prayer for me, Suzanne, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to, because there's too much distraction out here in the world, and too much the enemy in everything I do,
Right.
places, people, opportunities. It's too much toxic stuff going on out here. I
Right.
have to keep myself grounded. I have to keep myself locked in on this journey. And
And
I'm
how do
not
you
saying
protect your energy? I would love to know that.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. You have to. And now that when you really get deep into it, you, you're even more, Suzanne, sensitive
Right.
to everything around you. It's just like, oh, it just hits you, and you're like, oh, and you back up because you
Mm-hmm.
feel it. And you feel the good energy too. You feel the good people's energy. You give the good opportunities, energies, and stuff like that. But you really, once you're on this journey, man, you're sensitive to every bit of thing that will um, affect your peace and your silence and your quietness in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it hits you, especially when you're on this kind of journey. Man, this stuff starts hitting you like left and right, and you really have to stay strong in your journey here and in your walk. You really
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
But I also think there's like this counter energy going when there's so much negative going on. I think those that have already awakened and live in that higher frequency, they feel even more the need to expand that higher frequency and share that more with the world.
Exactly, because
Mm.
that's what gives, we're supposed to do that. You,
Mm.
I, and others who have been awakened, we're supposed to put this message out here. There's still hope. You
Yeah.
got to wake up, though. You got to open your eyes and see what's really going on here.
Hmm.
And you're right. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, because
Positively
I
right.
think when people try to dim the light by the negativity, I think our need to shine that light becomes even brighter.
Bigger, faster, stronger, the
Yeah,
whole thing. You gotta really, you know what? You start putting on your A game at that point. You got to put
exactly.
on that different hat and go, okay, I'm getting ready to fight the battle now. So you got to put on that armor of God and just
Yeah,
go, because you know He got you, and
yeah.
He know everybody that He has put around you got you too. But
Mhm.
that's a fight. You really got to start moving forward and knowing that you're going into battle,
Mhm.
but
Exactly.
you have a good, and especially for anything, I feel like in your life that is your purpose and your love in life, then you really got to put it on and move forward. You have to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
the things with passion, and then it
Absolutely.
will create a ripple effect of love.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. You got to have that. Without that love,
Yeah.
forget it. You're just even, I mean, all the love we're getting from God and the universe, and whatever faith you are, but whatever you're getting, that love, that's what propels you and keeps you moving, because it's all about love and what we share with other people, and just our passion and whatever we put into it. Yeah, we're
Mhm.
going to get back out of it. Yeah, I
And I
agree.
would love to know that as a pro athlete yourself, how important was it to find a healthy and good connection with your body?
Ooh, very important.
Mm.
Because without that, honestly, if you don't have the focus and the drive and the resilience to get your body physically into a certain place where you're going to perform well,
Mhm.
you might as well just stop doing it,
Right.
because it's just kind of, it doesn't make any sense to. So you have to connect all the dots when it comes to being an athlete. You have to have the mindset. You have to have the spirit to want to do it. You have to have the love in your heart to
Mhm.
want to be able to do it too. And without a lot of those connections, which I would say mind, body, and spirit, once you get those all intact, as being a pro athlete, oh, you're good to go. You're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes time, and oh my gosh, Suzanne, it takes a lot of patience,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of patience to get to that place where you see yourself being. But it takes a lot of patience. Corrective criticism. You got to be able to go through that. You got to go through the enemy and everything hitting you
Right.
to deter you and get you off track. You got to
Mm-hmm.
go through all of that. But in the end, when you see the results of all your hard work and determination and your perseverance and your resilience in your spirit, oh my gosh, you
Mm-hmm.
can't touch that with a 10-foot pole. You can't. It's just the
Yeah.
most amazing feeling to be able to get that all three of those elements together. But you
And
got
did
to
you
have them.
always, yeah, did you always have a good connection with your body, or was that something that you had to teach yourself?
I've
Mm.
always had it. So,
Okay.
so I've been an athlete since I've been a child,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started getting into team sports when I got into high school
Mm-hmm.
and start competitive athletics like that. So yeah, I've always just love anything physical. So that was a gift in the first place. Go outside, play, run. I just absolutely fell in love with all of that about my life, and then I just propelled it forward. With that was a gift, and I just started putting it into organized team sports,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm where I'm at today, and I just love it because I like seeing the success of others too that are on my team. Not just
Right.
me. It's not all about me, it's about them. So yes, I've always had that physical thing. Love anything physical from day one.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what would you advise women who have a more difficult relationship with the body? How should they love their body?
You know what I would say to that? You got to find something that makes you happy about your body that either you want to get it better and or maintain it. And so if it's something about you that you know that you really like about you physically, you just got to start honing in on it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's not for everybody. Physical is not for everybody. But well, I will say this, it's the number one thing in our lives that we need to keep together because health is the number one thing
Mm-hmm.
besides your spirit, honestly, that you need to keep in order with your life in order to live a good life. So whatever that health thing is for you, start doing it. I don't care if it's like you like walking outside and you like something out of
Right.
nature. Just start walking, and that will get you physically in good shape or get you going. And then as well as you're out in nature is something you like to do anyway. So you're getting kind of two for the money here.
Right.
You're getting a good physical thing for yourself as well as mental as well as spiritual, and you're out here in nature. So
Mm.
I just think it's a good thing that you can kind of do it all together if you want
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
And I think also like focus on what you already love, that it
Yes.
happens to be physical. If you enjoy swimming or if you enjoy walking. For me, it was my connection to dance, what I did as a
Yep.
kid. I did
Yep.
ballet as a kid, and I stopped dancing when I was a teenager, like in my late teens. And I reconnected to that through dance. And I connected with my body again, and I was healthier than ever because I enjoyed dancing again.
And
So,
you said it just right. Whatever you find that makes you happy and a connection, that's a good word, a connection with your body. Start doing it again, whatever it may. And you might not want to do that anymore, but do something else that you like to do.
mhm. Yeah.
When it comes to physical, yeah, like your dance. I remember us talking about that a while back on our last couple.
Right.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
would agree. I would agree with
Mm.
that. Yeah, yeah.
And you mentioned that you were writing or have been writing a memoir. Please tell more.
Oh my gosh, the memoir is doing so good right now. I mean, okay, so I wrote a spiritual memoir of my life so far. We're planning on having a second and a third book because I'm
Oh,
still
brilliant.
doing what I do. So,
Yeah.
and I want to keep everybody up on kind of like what's going on with me because I'm continuing on doing it. But it came out last October at the end of 2024 in October. It's called Krista's Promise, Krista apostrophe S Promise. Um, Anybody who gets this book, you're going to absolutely love it. And I'm going to tell you why.
Mm.
It is the truth about life and why we're here on earth living it. That's it. It really is. And it's my story of how I've done what I've done so far. But the book is out. It's been out for quite some time now. It's doing, like I said, very excellent well. You
Hmm.
can find it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, bookshop.org, and Apple Books. And we're getting ready to get it out on Audible. We're working on that now. Um, it's a very easy read, short, 33 chapters. Each chapter is no more than 5 pages. So
Hmm.
it's a real quick read.
Hmm.
Got lots of pictures in there and everything. And it's just kind of going through my childhood up to my adulthood now,
Hmm.
and just my journey and the
Right.
vision. And after every chapter is a scripture backing up what God has done for me.
Hmm.
Now I don't know what He's done for everybody else, but I just know how He's brought me through it. So it's an amazing, amazing book, and it's really interesting because I'm an athlete. I'm not a writer, but now I got a book, so I guess
Yeah.
I'm a writer too.
And what
So
would you like people to take away from your book?
hope,
Mm.
hope. There is still hope for anybody on walking on this earth to find your purpose, whatever that may be in your life. I
Mm.
believe my book will get you there. Somewhere in my stories will be something that will resonate with each and every person's life. I know it is because I'm
Mm.
just talking about life.
Right.
I'm talking about life. I'm not parent on any judgment on anybody or anything like that. And I'm talking about faith and how faith gives you the hope to keep going
Hmm.
and going. Because one thing that I would like to really let everybody understand here, none of this time is refundable that we have here on earth. Y'all need to take advantage of this now. Whatever you want to do, go do it. Go
Yeah.
make yourself happy. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's as simple as you just like walking outside. Go outside and walk. Whatever makes you happy. So um that's what's been happening so far. Everybody who has read my book has brought me back reviews, and it's like, oh my God, there was something in here for me. I get it, but it's really just hope. It's just
Yeah.
hang on to the hope about life and that it can be a great thing. You can live the magic of life. You just got to find out what your purpose is,
Hmm.
whatever it may be,
Right.
and go with it. Go with it and don't stop. Just keep going and never, ever, ever give up. If there's anything that my book will show everybody,
Yeah.
I have never given up underneath all the stuff I've been through. I've come in and out of it and keep moving. And
Hmm.
that's what we have to do as humans. We have to do this now and stop procrastinating because we don't have
Yeah.
that kind of time.
We
Just
don't have a second chance to life.
we do not. This
Yeah.
is it. You got
Yes.
one chance to do this right now. And then I
Yeah.
just think you got to take full advantage
Yeah.
of
This is
your
not a
life.
dress rehearsal.
It is not. It is not. You're not going to get a chance to go back through this one again. So I
Yeah.
would just say, just like I said, I'm just excited about it because it is reaching people exactly by vision this way. I'm
Hmm.
giving people hope. I'm letting people think. Wait a
Right.
minute, blah blah blah, in a good way, not in
Yeah.
a negative way. But I'm also being truthful about
Yeah.
negativity that surrounds you. You got to be careful. You got to get all that stuff out of your life
Yeah.
in order for you
Again,
to
but
just
it's again about being that light in the darkness, right?
exactly. You
Hmm.
have to be. And so I know that this was always my purpose.
Hmm.
And this was the plan all along, leading up to where I'm at currently. That's why I named it Krista's Promise, because it actually is a promise I made to God.
Right.
And oh my, He always comes through. My book
Yeah.
is here, it's being successful, and my message is getting out. So I know that it was something I said I will never break from Him. I
Hmm.
said, you give me the book, God, and I'll go out here in the world and I'll tell everybody what I've already known all along. We all have purpose. We all need you. And that's the end of the story here. That's it. We all have purpose while we're here, but we need God. Without
Hmm.
Him, there is no us. And like I said, I don't know what everybody's religion is or their faith, but I know what I believe in. And I
Hmm.
can prove it for the things that have happened in my life. And no human gave it to me.
Hmm.
That's all I can say. And then when you read the book, you'll say, well, that wasn't made by no human, and that didn't happen by no, because my odds were all up against me, like
Right.
human wise. There's just no way. Yeah.
Hmm.
So.
And you also mentioned that a movie is probably being
Oh,
made.
oh,
Tell me more. I want to know it all.
oh my goodness. This is moving fast. This is moving like at warp speed. I didn't expect it to go this fast. So my whole vision all along was book, documentary, movie. This
Right.
was my vision 20 years ago that this was going to happen. Now it's happening. I just signed a contract with a screenplay writer, and I actually have three film producers that were interested in the story.
Mhm.
So right now, the screenplay is being written for the movie for my book, which is so crazy. But now I realize I'm even going to get this word out here, this message even better by
Mhm.
it being on film. And we're looking at Netflix, Hulu, Lifetime. We're looking at them all to
Right.
pitch them to all the
Amazing.
different. Um, I'm really excited about that because that wasn't the order I thought it was going to go in. I
Mhm.
thought it was going to go book, documentary, movie.
Right.
But no, when I was speaking to the entertainment industry and these film producers, they said no, the order normally goes in book, then the movie, then the documentary, because the documentary is more personable
Right.
and they're gonna be following you around and stuff. So I get it now. So
Mhm.
yes, that's pretty exciting. But I already seen it in a dream that God gave me 20 some years ago about this movie coming
Yeah.
out. So you already know. So
I
I'm
know the
excited.
power of manifestation and visions, downloads. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Wonderful. And
Yeah.
anything you can share? Is there like a release date or
Oh
not?
no, it's good. You know, it takes time to write a
Right.
screenplay and to get a movie moving. But
Yeah.
so far we're looking at the whole screenplay being written way before the end of this year because I've already started it in March.
Mhm.
So it takes time. They have to do an outline first.
Mhm.
This is all of my knowledge now because I'm learning about it. You got to do an
Mhm.
outline, then you got to go back and forth with it with the writer and see if it's a good fit. Once you get that final draft, then you have to pitch it to the different networks and all this kind of stuff. And so it all comes. It takes a minute for that. But the
Mhm.
same way with writing a book, and I know you know that, it
Yeah.
takes a minute to write a book. It took me 2.5 years to put this book together. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same. I'm still working.
But yeah, yeah. But it's coming. So
Yeah.
get ready. Just get the book first, because then you can say I read the book, and now I know when you go to the movie theater, you'll be able to say, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
excited about it. I'm really excited about that.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you,
And
thank you.
I would love to know what shifted for you when you found your inner strength.
You know what? I will say this. In this journey of writing this memoir, I found even more inner strength. I already had a lot of it. But what I did find was that writing this memoir helped me to release and submit to the will that was already planned for me for the first place. My plan was already made here.
Mhm.
But I really started opening my eyes and I started seeing so many things. I had more clarity and discernment with writing this memoir than I ever had in my life. I started really seeing things for what they really were. I
Mhm.
started feeling things a lot more profound than they ever were while I was writing this memoir. So I was already in touch with my inner, like really, really strong, but it got even stronger when
Mm.
I'm writing my story. It really brought it out for me.
Mm. It's
And
like
then
all the
it
pieces of the puzzle of your life made sense.
started coming together. And
Yeah.
something else I was thinking too, Suzanne, this was the whole plan in the first place. Now I understand why I've been an athlete for 41 years now and
Mhm.
still competing because
Right.
it was already the plan in the beginning. So in saying that, that got me all excited because it was just clarification
Right.
that we do not have dominion over this.
We don't
God
have control.
we don't
Yeah.
have no kind of control over how this is going to go, but we
Yeah.
do the best we can to try to push ourselves in the right direction and do the right thing and try to treat people nice and just live a good life as best you
Yeah.
can. But I realized that was my enter.
Mm.
saying to myself, I never had control over this in the first place. I thought I did sometimes, but
Right.
I didn't have no control over this, which is a good thing because I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because the direction it's going in now is everything that I expected plus way more.
Mm.
I'm like, wow, this is such a huge gift. And I'm glad I didn't have control over that because I would have been thinking way back then, oh, I got this and do a certain move. And that wasn't a move. You were supposed
Right.
to go right and not left. And I
Hmm.
went left. And then he was like, okay, I'm just going to hold off for a minute before you might not be ready for what I'm getting to give you because you
Right.
went left. So I'm just like, okay, I get it. But yeah, that
Mm.
was for me. Yeah.
And is that the power of surrender as well?
Oh my.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. You have to. I think all of us as humans, and this is just naturally, we do this. We want to control everything.
Hmm.
We do.
Yeah.
And at some point, you're going to come around in your life and you go, I have no control over this, that, and the other. So, yes, you have to surrender and just quiet yourself down so that you can hear and see what's really going on here, even
Yeah.
though sometimes you don't want to see or hear it because it's not always the news you wanted. But yes, absolutely. I think surrender, commitment, obedience, it all is in that same realm.
Right.
And just quiet yourself down so you can actually hear because we all have so many distractions all day long
Oh yeah.
in our head. And it's like just quiet down so he could talk to you, so you
Yeah.
can hear him. And the universe, you can feel the energy of the universe coming together for you too. You got to be able to sit still to hear that stuff. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
And my last question is always the same, and that is, when do you feel most divine?
And you talk about it in my life now, or
Hmm.
I think for me now in my life, I feel most settled and defined in my life is when I just, I hear what he's saying to me.
Hmm.
That's when I feel, I don't think until I'm off this earth and being with him, I think that I will always be humbled. I feel
Hmm.
humbled all the time, even in what's defying me right now. I'm just still very humbled in all this.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't say that at this point right now, I'm at a place where I am fully where I need to be. I
Hmm.
don't think none of us are. We
Right.
are all growing and moving in that direction. So that would be me. I just think, yeah, for me, this is
Hmm.
me talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
The only constant we have is change, right?
absolutely. And then being able to take the change
Mhm.
graciously because sometimes a lot of people don't like change.
Yeah.
But you got to look at it in a bigger way. Maybe there's something much, much better for me here, but I got to change this in order to get that.
Hmm.
Or I need to hold off on this in order to get that. Yes, I agree. I totally agree. Change is good. Change is really good. You just
Yeah.
got to be patient and you got to humble yourself because
And, and
you
yeah.
don't have control of it. You really don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
Honor the change and go with it.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Totally,
Yeah.
totally agree. Yeah.
Thank you so much for today, Krista, for joining me and being the divine diva you are.
Thank you so much for having me again for the third time. See, third time's
Yeah.
charm. You already
Oh,
know this is
absolutely.
charm.
Maybe I will see you next time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I
Thank
would love to come back again and recap all of this. You know how we
you.
do, me and
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
exactly. Thank you
yeah.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.